Have you ever wondered why Texas holds the title of the Lone Star State? Long before the first Europeans set foot on American soil, Texas was a land teeming with life and culture. Its rich history begins in the mists of prehistoric times when mammoths roamed the land and early humans etched their stories into cave walls. As centuries passed, diverse Native American tribes, such as the Caddo and the Comanche, called this expansive region home, their cultures woven into the fabric of the land. However, the story of Texas is not simply an ancient tale. It's a vibrant tapestry of change, a saga marked by the footsteps of explorers, colonizers, and revolutionaries. The Spanish were the first Europeans to lay claim to Texas in the 16th century, drawn by tales of gold and the hope of spreading Christianity. They left an indelible mark, their influence still evident in the place names, architecture, and culture of Texas. Yet, the Spanish reign was not to last. By the early 19th century, Texas had become a part of Mexico, following Mexico's own fight for independence. This period saw a significant influx of settlers from the United States, lured by the promise of fertile lands and new opportunities. But tensions soon began to simmer, fueled by cultural differences, political disagreements, and the contentious issue of slavery. These tensions would eventually ignite the Texas Revolution, a violent and pivotal chapter in Texas history. The Lone Star, a symbol of defiance and desire for independence, emerged during this period. It represented a solitary beacon shining against the dark backdrop of political unrest and war. And thus, the Lone Star State was born, but not without a fight. The Lone Star still shines on the state flag today, a potent reminder of Texas's tumultuous past and its enduring spirit of independence. Texas wasn't always part of the United States, so how did it become a state? The answer to that lies in the heart of a pivotal period in Texas history, the Texas Revolution. It was a time of conflict, of courage, and ultimately, of independence. The revolution began in October of 1835, when Texans, who were then Mexican citizens, rose against the centralist government of Mexico. They were fighting for their rights, their land, and their freedom. At the forefront of this revolution was the battle at the Alamo. The Alamo, a former mission in San Antonio, became a fortress of resistance. In February of 1836, a small band of Texans, numbering fewer than 200, stood their ground against an overwhelming Mexican force of about 2,000. They fought valiantly, but after 13 days of relentless combat, the Alamo fell. The defenders, though defeated, became symbols of courage and sacrifice for the cause of Texas liberty. Yet, their sacrifice was not in vain. Their stand at the Alamo rallied Texans and inspired them to continue the fight. Just a month later, in April 1836, Texans led by General Sam Houston surprised the Mexican forces at the Battle of San Jacinto. The victory was swift and decisive. The Texans captured Santa Anna, the Mexican president, and this led to the treaties of Velasco. These treaties officially ended the war and recognized Texas as an independent republic, and thus the Lone Star flag was born. The single solitary star on the flag symbolizes the unity of God, state, and country, but it also represents the hard-fought independence of Texas. Each point of the star stands for the characteristics of a good citizen: fortitude, loyalty, righteousness, prudence, and broad-mindedness. Texas earned its star, but this was just the beginning of a much larger story. The fight for independence was a pivotal chapter, but it was one of many in the unfolding narrative of Texas. The Lone Star State has always been a place of bold actions, big dreams, and boundless spirit, a testament to the resilience and courage of its people. An independent republic for nearly a decade, Texas had yet another transformation up its sleeve. As the Lone Star Republic, Texas existed in a state of limbo, oscillating between independence and the lure of joining the United States. This period of Texas history, between 1836 and 1845, was marked by economic instability and political unrest. The Texan economy, heavily reliant on cotton exports, was crippled by a lack of international recognition and the resulting trading difficulties. Furthermore, the republic was burdened with debt from the Texas Revolution, and the government struggled to maintain control over its sprawling, sparsely populated territory. In the face of these challenges, the idea of becoming the 28th state of the United States started to gain traction. However, the road to statehood was far from smooth. It was a journey fraught with controversies and conflicts, both within Texas and across the United States. The crux of the matter was slavery. Texas, a slaveholding territory, faced opposition from northern states that were against the expansion of slavery. Southern states, on the other hand, saw Texas as a potential ally that would tip the balance of power in their favor. This contentious issue delayed Texas's annexation for nearly a decade. Meanwhile, within Texas, opinions were divided. While some Texans yearned for the economic stability and security that statehood could provide, others feared it would mean surrendering their hard-won independence and unique identity. Finally, in 1845, Texas's journey to statehood reached its climax. After years of negotiation and political maneuvering, Texas was admitted into the Union, becoming the 28th state of the United States. Joining the Union was a pivotal moment, but Texas's unique character was far from settled. The Lone Star State would continue to evolve and shape its own destiny, forever marked by its rich history and the indomitable spirit of its people. From cowboys to oil tycoons, Texas's evolution has been nothing short of remarkable. The pivotal moment in this transformation was the discovery of oil, a black gold that would forever change the Texan landscape and its economy. In the early 20th century, Texas was primarily known for its cattle ranches and cotton fields. But beneath this bucolic surface lay a treasure trove of oil, waiting to be unearthed. The Spindletop Gusher in 1901 marked the beginning of the Texas oil boom, an era of rapid economic growth and prosperity. Texas, once a rural backwater, was suddenly thrust into the limelight as one of the world's leading oil producers. This liquid gold not only brought immense wealth to Texas, but also instigated a wave of innovations and developments. The oil industry's demand for infrastructure and labor led to a boom in construction and job creation, transforming small towns into bustling cities almost overnight. The wealth generated by the oil boom also fueled investments in education and healthcare, laying the foundation for the modern Texas we know today. But Texas didn't stop at oil. As the 20th century progressed, the state diversified its economy, branching out into other industries. Today, Texas is a major player in the technology sector, home to tech giants and innovative startups alike. The state's robust healthcare industry is also a testament to its economic diversification, with world-class medical facilities and research institutions dotting its landscape. The Texas of today is a far cry from the cowboy country of yesteryears. It is a dynamic, diverse state, fueled by an entrepreneurial spirit and a relentless drive for progress. The oil boom may have sparked this metamorphosis, but it is the people of Texas, their resilience, and their ambition that have carried it forward. The oil boom changed Texas forever, propelling it into a future few could have imagined. So, what does all that rich and turbulent history make Texas today, I hear you ask? Well, let's dive right into it. From the cattle ranches that stretch across the horizon to the high-tech skyscrapers that pierce the sky, Texas is a state of contrasts. It's a place where the old meets the new, and the traditional mingles with the innovative. Texas today is a vibrant blend of cultures, languages, and traditions, a melting pot that has been stirred by the hands of history to create a unique and diverse society. Texas is a land of many cultures. The state's history is deeply intertwined with that of Mexico, and this connection is reflected in the unique Tex-Mex culture that characterizes much of the state. Spanish missions, mariachi music, and spicy cuisine are just a few examples of this rich cultural fusion. But Texas is also home to people from all corners of the globe, each bringing their unique traditions and perspectives, making the Lone Star State a tapestry of cultural diversity. And let's not forget about the economic powerhouse that Texas has become. Today, it's one of the largest economies in the United States, with industries ranging from oil and gas to technology and healthcare. Texas is a major player on the global stage, contributing significantly to the nation's GDP. In politics, too, Texas holds significant sway. Its 38 electoral votes make it a major player in presidential elections, and its politicians have often risen to national prominence. From Lyndon B. Johnson to George W. Bush, Texas has been home to leaders who have left indelible marks on American history. From its humble beginnings to its powerful presence today, Texas truly stands alone as the Lone Star State. It's a place where the past and the present coexist, where cultures blend and contrast, where the economy booms and politics are passionately debated. It's a state that's as diverse and dynamic as its people. From its vast deserts to its bustling cities, from its rich history to its vibrant present, the story of Texas is a tale worth telling.